Briscoe got into the back of Suarez, and he gets pounded.
Dang it. Oh, Buescher's upside down. I think he hooked a drain.
And there's the window net released, and Chris Buescher is seen moving inside the car. The AMR safety team is right there to his aid. And Daniel Suarez climbs out. He had a great race going tonight.
We'll go over. Yes, he did. And I agree with his crew chief, Travis Mack. One of the fastest cars we've had just kept having trouble on pit road. One too many times for him. Came up in front of the 14. Briscoe got into him just at least a little bit, put him in the wall. And man, Chris Buescher over and over. What a wild wreck that was.
Jamie, I'm with you. I believe Buescher hooked something there in that infield turf that sent that car tumbling.
He either hooked a drain or it's where the turf and the asphalt meet, because it looked like the car was just sliding, then all of a sudden it just dug in. And once it did, it started rolling and wouldn't stop.
I think that's the only second time we've had one of these cars over. Thinking of Harrison Burton at Daytona.
Now, you can see when we take the onboard camera shots just how cocooned these drivers are in their seats. It's hard to get in and hard to get out of one of these cars. Now imagine when it's upside down.
I have only flipped once, and it was at Talladega, and I clearly remember as I was rolling down the backstretch, I'm like, please just land right side up, because I go into full panic mode, Clint, when things get upside down, because you can't get out. You can't let the seatbelts loose, or you fall to the roof of the car, and that's got to be so hard for Chris to sit in there and wait on them to flip that car back over.
There's just not a lot of room, and when you, again, let those belts off and the weight of yourself falls up on the roof of the car, you're just kind of in an awkward position. So very vulnerable position, obviously, but sounds like he's okay. Looks like they're getting preparation to get it flipped over. You can see them talking to him. There's what dug in.
So the race has been red flagged. The cars are stopped on the front straightaway just prior to the start-finish line. Daniel Suarez climbed from his car uninjured. The other car involved, Chase Briscoe, was able to continue without apparently much damage. There's Chase. And the safety crew on the scene is going to work to right the car of Chris Buescher. They've got a strap on the right side on the rocker panel. Going to hook that to the cable, and then everybody out of the way as they bring this thing over, up and over, to make it much easier for him to get out of that car. Look at the damage to Suarez. That was just one hard hit. This is a very well organized machine here. You see everybody, the track safety crew in red, the officials clearly marked, the record drivers are in a different color, and the AMR safety crew they're in white with red and white helmets, so everybody knows who everybody is and what their responsibilities are.
Yeah, and the key here is that when you roll it over, you want it to go over softly. You want it to land on all 4 tires and set down slowly.
And you see steps on the boom of that wrecker. This is something that's new this year. Actually hired a wrecker service that follows this series week in and week out. These guys are professionals. They know what they're doing. I think you're going to see a very soft roll back over, just like you were asking.
Yep.
Or you're talking about, Jamie.
So they get this car up on the side very gingerly, and then I believe that wrecker will be able to back up and get that car back on its wheels.
More importantly, I want to see him get out of that race car.
Absolutely. So now the boom lowering and the cable extending to ease that car back over.
See his hands moving right there,
yep.
Unhooking his helmet.
And a very controlled process, and everybody with a role to play and a purpose there and doing it well. And there is Chris moving around inside the car and ready
job.
And I'll bet anxious to hop out of there.
Great job getting that car back over.
Absolutely. So Chris Buescher is okay. He climbs out under his own power there.
That's great.
After a wild ride and just a horrendous flip. That car was sliding along and then caught something and just launched into a roll.
Hey, race fans, thanks for watching our video. For all NASCAR on Fox news, content, and the best clips from Fox Sports, be sure to follow and subscribe to our channel.